Royal weddings have always captivated the world, drawing attention to every intricate detail, from the stunning fashion and illustrious guest lists to the breathtaking venues and, of course, the bridal hairstyles. However, do you know all the bridal hairstyles that are not so popular? From overly elaborate updos to styles that just don't hit the mark. What went wrong, and how did those hairstyles become infamous and considered bad? To answer those questions, we bring you the list of the 12 worst royal bridal hairstyles in the world. So without further ado, let's begin. At number 12, we've got Princess Charlene of Monaco's wedding hairstyle. For her wedding ceremony, Princess Charlene had her blonde locks swept into an elegant updo, a classic and sophisticated choice for the occasion. She collaborated with the late fashion designer Karl Lagerfeld for her wedding look, which deviated from Monegasque royal tradition. Her hairstyle was further adorned with beautiful diamond hair clips lent by Princess Caroline, which belonged to her grandmother instead of a tiara. The hairstyle was considered bad by some due to its deviation from traditional royal wedding styles. Critics labeled her choices as unprincess-like, focusing on the edgy undercuts and those close cropped pixie styles that she had sported in the past. This criticism extended beyond her hairstyle to her overall look and dress, reflecting a broader disapproval of her non-traditional approach. The media and public were vocal about their disapproval of Princess Charlene's hairstyle and overall appearance. The criticism was not just about her wedding day look, but also her various dramatic hair transformations over the years. Her choices were often seen as acts of rebellion against royal norms. The public and media also speculated about her health and relationship with Prince Albert, adding to the scrutiny she faced. Princess Charlene handled the criticism with resilience and grace. She emphasized that her hairstyle choices were personal decisions and that she would continue to express herself as she wished, regardless of public opinion. At number 11, we've got Infanta Elena of Spain's wedding hairstyle. For the longest part of her life, Elena used to style her hair in a braid, and on her wedding day, she also styled her hair in a braid. She paired it with the Marie Chevallier tiara, a family heirloom. This tiara has been a significant piece of the Marie Chevallier family, worn by various family members on their wedding days. However, many critics said that it made her hairstyle look unoriginal. She also faced severe criticism regarding her appearance on her wedding day. She was harshly labeled as, quote, the worst looking bride in the world by some media outlets and members of the public at the same time. This cruel commentary significantly impacted her mental health, leading her to fall into a depression. It's believed that the media and public were particularly unkind to infant Elena, focusing on her hairstyle rather than on the significance of her wedding day. The criticism was not limited to her hairstyle, but extended beyond the overall look and dress at the same time. This relentless scrutiny contributed to a negative public perception of her wedding day. Despite the harsh criticism, Infanta Elena managed the situation with grace. She continued to maintain a dignified public presence and focused on her family. Her husband Jamie supported her by dismissing the opinions of strangers and emphasizing the importance of their love. Over time, Elena underwent a significant transformation, which helped silence her critics. Next, we've got Countess Alexandra of Frederiksborg's hairstyle. Countess Alexandra of Frederiksborg, the former wife of Princess Joachim of Denmark, married him on November 18, 1995. Alexandra chose a hairstyle that was typical of the mid-1990s. Her hair was styled in an elegant updo to accommodate her royal tiara and veil, which was a traditional look for many royal brides. However, Alexandra's wedding hairstyle was considered bad by both the media and the public commenting at the time. She was often noted for her sense of style and elegance previously, and her wedding to Prince Joachim was no exceptions, but many said her hairstyle was not up to the mark. However, a large section of the people also praised her hairstyle and fairness, along with her dress and overall bridal appearance, which shows that it was generally well received and seen as befitting of a royal wedding. It's important to remember what was considered a fashionable faux pas in one era by one group might be viewed as stylish and appropriate by another. In the world of fashion and style, opinions are highly subjective, and it's not uncommon for some to dislike certain aspects of a public figure's appearance. Countess Alexandra is known for her poise and grace in the public eye. Throughout her time in the royal spotlight, she has carried herself with confidence and has not been known to publicly address criticisms about her fashion choices. At number 9, we've got Queen Mary of Denmark's wedding hairstyle. Queen Mary of Denmark debuted a new hairstyle that featured soft waves with a modern twist. The most notable change was the addition of, quote, money pieces, which are face-framing section of hair dyed a lighter caramel hue. The style is popular among the Gen Z demographic and adds dimension and lightness around the face. The contrast between the light caramel money pieces and her deep auburn hair created a striking look. Despite the trendy nature of the hairstyle, it received negative reactions. There was also significant criticism in the media and public domain as well. Critics argued that the hairstyle was too modern and did not align with the traditional and classic image that Queen Mary had maintained over the years. The media played a significant role in amplifying the bad criticism. Articles and social media posts highlighted the stark contrast between Queen Mary's new look and her previous classic styles. Some veteran royal reporters and commenters suggested that the hairstyle was an attempt to appeal to younger audiences, which they felt was unnecessary for a royal figure. The public domain was divided, with some embracing the change and others feeling that it was a departure from her dignified, established image. However, Queen Mary handled the criticism with grace and poise. She did not publicly address the negative comments directly, but continued to appear in public with confidence. Next, we've got Princess Anne of the UK's wedding hairstyle. On her wedding day, Princess Anne wore a Tudor-style wedding dress designed by Maureen Baker, complemented by a voluminous updo that featured a slight parting and a beehive-like volume. This hairstyle was adorned with the Queen Mary fringe tiara, which helped to add a regal touch to her overall look. The combination of the dress and the hairstyle was intended to reflect a classic royal aesthetic, but it also became a point of contention in later years. Despite the initial positive reception of her wedding, Princess Anne's hairstyle has been criticized over the years for being outdated and overly dramatic. Critics have described the bouffant style as reminiscent of the 1970s, suggesting it did not age well in the eyes of modern fashion standards. Some commentators have even labeled it as, quote, too much for a royal wedding, arguing that it overshadowed the elegance of her dress. The media has often revisited Princess Anne's wedding hairstyle, especially during anniversaries of her marriage. Articles and social media discussions have highlighted how her hairstyle contrasts with contemporary royal styles. Public opinion has been divided, with some praising her for maintaining a unique style, while others have deemed it as a fashion misstep. However, Princess Anne has generally maintained a pragmatic approach to criticism regarding her hairstyle. In interviews, she has expressed a sense of humor about the attention her hair receives. At number 7, we've got Queen Rania of Jordan's hairstyle on her wedding day. On her wedding day, Queen Rania opted for a towering updo that was both intricate and elaborate. However, Queen Rania's hairstyle was considered controversial for several reasons. Firstly, the towering nature of the updo made practical aspects such as entering and exiting the car quite difficult. Additionally, the choice of the headband over tiara was seen as breaking royal tradition. Traditionally, royal brides wear tiaras, which are symbols of their status and heritage. Rania's decision to forego a tiara was partially due to her husband's status as a prince at the time and her own lack of personal tiara collection. The media and public had mixed reaction to Queen Rania's wedding hairstyle. Some praised her for a modern and relatable choice, while others criticized it for not adhering to royal standards. The media highlighted the practical difficulties posed by her towering hairdo, which added to the criticism. However, Queen Rania handled the criticisms with grace and poise. She did not publicly address the negative comments directly, but continued to carry herself with confidence and elegance throughout the day. Her choice to wear a headband instead of a tiara can be seen as a reflection of the modern and practical approach to royal fashion. Over the years, she has built a reputation for her unique style, which often blends tradition with contemporary elements. Next, we've got Princess Caroline of Monaco's wedding hairstyle. Caroline's wedding hairstyle was a significant departure from traditional royal wedding looks. Her hair was styled by Alexandra of Paris in a low chignon, adorned with white silk flowers and a sweeping veil instead of a tiara. This romantic 1970s style look featured 2 hair buns decorated with white flowers, which added a unique touch to her overall appearance. The hairstyle was considered bad primarily due to its unconventional nature. Instead of opting for a traditional tiara, Princess Caroline chose to accessorize her hair with white silk flowers and a sweeping veil, which was seen as a bold and non-traditional choice. The middle part of the floral accents were also viewed as a departure from a more classic and expected royal wedding hairstyle. The media and public were critical of Princess Caroline's hairstyle for several reasons. The primary criticism stemmed from her departure from the traditional royal wedding look, which typically involves a tiara and more conservative hairstyles. The bold middle part and the floral decorations were seen as too modern and not fitting for a royal wedding, leading to widespread negative comments. Princess Caroline handled the criticisms with confidence and grace. Despite the negative feedback, she embraced her unconventional hairstyle choice and did not let the criticism affect her. Her decision to stick with her unique hairstyle demonstrated her confidence and personal taste. At number 5, we've got Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh's wedding hairstyle. Sophie Rins-Jones wore her blonde pixie cut in a bouncy straight style with her fringe blow-dried forwards to frame her face. This hairstyle was a last-minute decision, and she reportedly did not spend any time with her hairstylist, Andrew, working out how to wear her bridal tiara before the big day. However, the hairstyle was considered bad for several reasons. Sophia did not practice her wedding hairstyle with her tiara beforehand, which led to a less polished look on the day of her wedding. Bouncy straight style with a straightforward fringe was seen as too casual and modern for royal weddings, where more traditional and elaborate hairstyles are often very much expected. The media and the public were critical of Sophie's hairstyle for its perceived lack of sophistication and preparation. The hairstyle was criticized for being too casual and not fitting of the grandeur of the royal wedding. The fact that Sophie did not practice wearing her tiara with the hairstyle led to comments about the overall look being uncoordinated and less regal. However, Sophie handled the criticisms with grace and confidence. Despite the negative feedback, she did not publicly address the criticism directly, but continued to carry herself with dignity and style. Her approach was similar to how other royals have handled fashion criticisms by maintaining a composed and confident demeanor. Next, we've got Princess Madeleine of Sweden's wedding hairstyle. For her wedding, Princess Madeleine chose a romantic and elegant hairstyle. She wore her hair down in soft waves parted to the side and tucked behind her ears. The hairstyle was adorned with modern fringed tiara, which was decorated with sprigs of orange blossoms, a traditional Swedish bridal ornament. Her hair was styled to complement the tiara and her Valentino wedding gown. However, Princess Madeleine's hairstyle for her wedding was not widely popular, and hence it received significant criticism. Critics have said that the super low crescent bun was making her look outdated. Others said that although she chose a very romantically styled gown with lace and frill, it didn't go well with her hairstyle. Not opting to wear a veil was another factor that made her look not so attractive, they said. The choice of wearing her hair down in soft waves was seen as a modern touch that didn't align well with her personal style and the more relaxed elegance of contemporary royal weddings. However, her overall bridal look was generally well received and admired for its classical elegance and romantic styling. Since there was no widespread criticism of her hairstyle, there was no need for Princess Madeleine to handle any significant backlash regarding her wedding look. She appeared to be confident and happy on her wedding day, which is often the best response to any potential criticism. At number 3, we've got Hereditary Grand Duchess Stephanie of Luxembourg's wedding hairstyle. Stephanie's wedding hairstyle was an elegant updo designed to complement her overall bridal look, which includes a tiara and a veil. The hairstyle was intended to be sophisticated and regal, fitting for a royal wedding. Despite the intention behind the hairstyle, it was widely considered a poor choice. Critics argued that the updo was too severe and did not harmonize well with her dress and accessories. Additionally, there was a mishap with the tiara, which was not properly secured and flipped backward during one point in the ceremony, adding to the negative perception of her overall look. The hairstyle received significant criticism from both the media and the public. Commenters on various platforms described the styling as too harsh and not suitable for the dress, which was otherwise praised for its elegance. Some critics went as far as to say that the styling ruined the overall appearance, overshadowing the beauty of the dress itself. The media also highlighted the tiara mishap, which further fueled negative opinions. Despite the widespread criticism, Stephanie handled the situation with grace on her own. She did not publicly address the negative comments directly, but continued to carry out her royal duties with poise. Over time, she's been seen experimenting with different styles, indicating a journey towards finding her own fashion identity. Next, we've got Princess Stephanie of Monaco's daughter-in-law, Marie Chevalier's wedding hairstyle. Marie Chevalier chose a simple yet elegant look for her wedding. For the civil ceremony, she wore her hair down in soft waves, which was well received. However, for the religious ceremony, she opted for a more formal updo to accompany her Rosa Clara wedding dress. The hairstyle was a low bun, which was meant to support the veil and tiara. The simplicity of the hairstyle was intended to complement the intricate lace design of her gown. However, Marie Chevalier's wedding hairstyle was considered bad by a significant number of critics. In fact, the overall response to her wedding look was quite negative. There have been some who did not favor her choice of hairstyle, perhaps finding it too simple or understated for a royal wedding. However, there's no substantial record of widespread criticism in the media regarding Marie's wedding hairstyle. The media coverage of her wedding prior primarily focused on the elegance and personalization of the ceremony and the bride's attire itself. Any criticism from the public would have likely been scattered opinions shared on social media or personal blogs, which is common for any public figure's wedding. Given that there is no significant public criticism of Marie's wedding hairstyle, there's no need for a public response or specific handling or criticisms. Negative comments did not gain enough traction to warrant a public reaction. And at number 1, we've got Princess Sofia of Sweden's wedding hairstyle. Princess Sophia chose a low chignon for her wedding day, a classic and elegant updo that was intended to complement her lace wedding dress by Swedish designer Ida Sjöstedt and her diamond and emerald tiara, a gift from her parents-in-law. The hairstyle also incorporated myrtle, a traditional element in Swedish royal weddings. Despite the elegance of the chignon, some critics found fault with the hairstyle. Critics argued that the hairstyle lacked volume in the front, making it appear flat and less flattering. The updo was seen as not working well with the tiara and veil, which were significant elements of her bridal look. It was noted that Sophia used a friend as her hairstylist, who may not have had the experience with styling hair for tiaras, leading to a less polished result. The hairstyle received mixed reviews from the media and the public. While some praised the clean and chic look of the chignon, others felt that it did not meet the expectations for a royal wedding at all. Princess Sophia handled the criticisms with grace and poise. She did not publicly address the negative comments about her hairstyle that day. Instead, she focused on her new role within the Swedish royal family and continued to carry out her duties with dignity. Both she and Prince Carl Philip emphasized that she felt welcomed and embraced by the royal family. And with this, we wrap up this video. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you find our channel interesting, then subscribe to it. Thank you. See you in the next video.